Hello and welcome to Anime Twitch Jeopardy. I'm your host, Replay Value, and we already have a mess up on the visual component. What a classic. All right, well, hopefully that'll sort itself out. Oh, you know what? It's not going to. We're just gonna leave it as is for a second, and I'm gonna power through it. Hello and welcome to Anime Twitch Jeopardy Season 2, Episode 22, our 24th episode to date. Brought to you not just by a host, but a walking, talking quagsire with a suit. It's Replay. We got a great game for you all today, but before I introduce the contestants, I'm gonna run down the rules for those of you who have never watched Jeopardy before. We have 3 rounds: Jeopardy, Double Jeopardy, and Final Jeopardy. First 2 rounds will have 5 categories, each category having 5 prompts worth points from 100 to 1,000. Contestants will buzz in once the prompt has been read. The first person to buzz in will have the opportunity to respond to the prompt in the form of a question. So if I were to say the best tweet emote, you'd reply, "What is Pogsire?" One prompt on each board is the daily double, where the contestants can bet any number of points they've accumulated up to 1,000 if they are below that margin. Whoever joined the voice call first has control of the board to start to pick whatever prompt they want to start, and before the second round, the lowest point total will start with control of the board. Anyone who doesn't have negative points will be able to play Final Jeopardy, where, like the daily double, contestants can bet as many points as they've accumulated for one final question. After that, whoever has the most points will win the game and be invited back for winners back at the end of our season. But before I introduce the contestants, for the entire month of October, we'll be doing a special drive trying to support the Anime Dormitory project. If you donate to the channel, if you sub to the channel, I will match the money that is given to the channel, and I will donate it directly to the Anime Dormitory project up to $250. A kind anonymous contributor has agreed to double my match, so we can actually match $250 twice. So that means $750 could possibly go to this great cause, giving animators housing and decent wages. So that's what's going on. Also, if you wanted to donate directly to them, just send me a photo of your donation amount, and I'll include it in the tally. And that will happen on Twitter. Yeah, just DM me on, or not DM me on Twitter. Tag me on Twitter. Anyway, that is all to say, let's meet our contestants, shall we? First off, we have Baba. How's it going, Baba?
Yeah, pretty well. I'm a little bit nervous, but so whenever I watch the show, I do okay, but I feel like I'm gonna panic, but hopefully it'll be all right.
No need to panic. You're gonna do great. We're super excited to have you on. What category of the first 5 are you most excited about?
I think either English territory or spooky stuff. Because I love also love wordplay as someone else here does. Yeah.
Awesome. That is phenomenal. Next up, we have Danter King. Danter, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. A bit nervous still, but I don't really care. I just hope I don't beat the record of the lowest points. So that's a goal for me this time.
It will be really hard for you to break that record, given that Superman guy was actively trying to get negative points towards the end of that game. So
true.
I'm sure you'll do great. And last but certainly not least, we have Splitter. Splitter, how are you?
I'm happy to be here. I like to show off, and I also like to make a fool of myself. So no matter what happens, I come out on top.
Excellent. Yeah, we're super excited to have you guys here. Unfortunately, our buzz-in system broke, so you guys will have to use the new code that I posted in our October 2nd chat. Thank you, chat, for joining us. You guys can feel free to play along because our contestants do not have Twitch open, and we are excited to get started right about now. Splitter, you were the first one to join the call, so you get control of the board to start. Where would you like to begin?
It said odd one out for 100.
Odd one out for 100. Let's get started. Celtic Guardian, Dark Magician, Stardust Dragon, Alpha the Magnet Warrior, Summon Skull, Karibo, Swords of Revealing Light. Which one of these does not belong? Danter King, you've buzzed in first.
Shit, I just realized I probably got it wrong. I'm gonna say Kuribo and say that's actually a Yu-Gi-Oh! GX card.
That is incorrect on both counts. So it was a good try.
I don't know anything about Yu-Gi-Oh, so...
I don't know. I mean, I'm guessing one of them's not a Yu-Gi-Oh card, but,
Well, There's actually two odd ones out on this one. One is Stardust Dragon, which is not a card in Yugi's deck, but I also realized that Swords of Revealing Light is the only magic card in a list of monster cards. So either of those would have been valid answers. But that's just how we're gonna start this game. Splitter, it's still your board.
Odd one out for 2.
Odd one out for 200. Heavy Crab, Hysteria Tiger, Jagiri Nawa, Flame Wreath B, Shinigami, Sawar Riniko, Rainy Devil, and Lost Cow. Danter.
Oh shit. I'm gonna say Hysteria Tiger, not being a Monogatari season.
That is again incorrect. Splitter, you've buzzed in.
Yes, Shinigami is not a Monogatari oddity.
That is correct. Shinigami is the only non-oddity. Splitter, it is still your board.
I doubted
Out
myself.
3.
Odd one out, 4-3. Danter, never doubt yourself. Dragon, Hero, Demon, Butterfly, China, Robot, Ocean, Smile, and Pico. Ocean should have a comma after it. I don't know why there was a formatting error. Does not look like anyone's going to take a shot. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What is Ocean? All the other nicknames are given to players in Ping Pong, the animation.
I'm not going to hear the end of missing that.
Yeah.
Not Ping
Anyone
Pong
has
fans.
but I am Ping Pong fan. God damn it, I'm just dumb.
Oh, okay.
I'll watch it eventually.
I'm sure you'll
Odd
get
one
it
out
next
for
time.
4.
All right, odd one out for
Names
400.
only.
Makioze, Shinra Kusakabe, Sho Kusakabe, Amaterasu, Haumea, Nataku Sun, and Inka Kasugatani.
I knew dropping this would come back to bite me.
You thought
well,
dropping Fire Force was gonna hurt you in the long run?
I knew it.
Man, this board is going incredible for me.
Eugen, Skull the Nomad, Taser. Everyone's getting it right in chat. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Who is Maki Oze? They're all Fire Force characters, but she's the only one who doesn't possess an Adola Burst. At least to our knowledge, as of the second season. I guess I should clarify.
Let's go the cat.
500, let's do it. Dramaturgy, Arcuid Brunstud, Straitzo, Red Current, Ryomen Sukuna, Mihail Florescu, Takanashi Hikari, and Inash.
Well, I know what the rule is, but I don't know which one it applies to.
Pretty sure you made these names up. I swear to God.
I promise. I'll take this opportunity to thank Sinris for writing this category. He wrote this edition of Odd One Out. Doesn't look like anyone's going to take a shot. Doesn't look like anyone got it right in chat either. Who is Sukuna? He's the only one that is not a vampire. Everyone else is a vampire.
Actually, wait, is he? Never mind, I don't know anything about Monogatari. Shiratori, 100.
Shiratori for 100. The way that Shiratori works is the answer will start with the I, the last letter in Shiratori. The answer for 200 will start with the last letter in 100, so on and so forth. 100, let's go. The story of a delivery boy who secretly develops insane street racing skills. Splitter.
What is initial D?
That is correct.
So wait, question.
Yes.
So the second is gonna start with the
Letter D.
first letter with the letter D. Okay.
Yep.
Thanks.
Yeah. So if we just do it another 10 to 100, we just screw ourselves, kinda.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. But you can also theoretically, figure out what the first and last letter of a question are before. Anyway,
True.
Splitter, still your board.
A1 for 100.
A1 for 100. Goosehouse gave this anime Hikaru Nara, a song that Kosei spends the first episode transcribing until he gets nailed in the head with a baseball. Danter.
What is your lie in April?
That is correct.
The frame one buzz.
Those are the first, frame one ledge dashing. That's just how it be sometimes. Danter, your board.
English territory for 200.
English territory for 2. Hei is the protagonist of this 2007 Bones anime, working as a contractor for the syndicate in and around Tokyo.
Oh man, why did I do this?
Babo, what's your shot?
Why did I do this? What is Durarara?
That is incorrect. Not what we
What?
were looking for. Is Durarara a Bones anime?
I have no idea.
It was a good shot. You definitely had like the right idea in terms of that it starts with D, but the answer is what is darker than black? Chat is informing me that Brainspace animated Durarara. Thank you, chat. Danter, still your board.
Oh wait, A1 for 200.
A1 for 2. Jinta, Menma, Naruko, Popo, Chiriko, and Atsumu make up the main cast for this anime. Don't know why it says case. Baba, you buzzed in first.
What is
Could you repeat that? You're cutting out right as the answer.
what is Anohana?
There we go. Perfect. And that brings you back up to neutral. Baba, it is your board.
To English Shiratori for 300.
English Shiratori for 3. A VN adaptation, Yuichi returns to his cousin's town after a long time away and begins attending the high school, slowly running into people he used to know as a child. Danter.
What is canon?
That is correct.
I almost buzzed in to say clan ad because Japanese. But
Yeah.
Shiratori for 4.
Shiratori for 4. Let's do it. 50 years after World War III, Crew's shield is saved by a priest who goes by Blade after a failed uprising against Simeon Tower. I thought this one would be a stumper. Last time, it wasn't a stumper, and yet this time, it was. Evan is right on in chat. What is needless?
Oh, I see.
Danter,
Like Gurren Lagann?
Let's finish the category.
I would not describe Needless as being similar to Gurren personally. English Shiratori for 500. This 2005 anime by Gonzo follows a photographer named Tatsumi Saiga who discovers a young girl being exploited in an exclusive club whose fluids can bestow superpowers to those that consume them.
this almost sounds familiar, but I have definitely not seen it.
It almost sounds familiar.
I feel like I should know this, but
I
This
actually
is like the combination of two plots, and I don't get them.
I got recommended this. I want to say like a month and a half ago, and I do want to check it out. It seems completely off the rails. What is? Oh, why? There we go. What is Speed Grapher? It is definitely not safe for work.
Oh, never heard of it.
it didn't sound safe for work.
Danter. Yeah, it's still Danter's board, right? I'm not crazy.
Yeah, I think so. So, it's a climb for 100.
It's the climb for 100. Comfy Mount Fuji and triangles come to mind when thinking of this anime. Splitter.
What is Eurocamp Triangle?
We would just accept Eurocamp. In case chat was wondering, every single one of them buzzed in frame 1. Splitter, it is your board.
A1 for 300.
A1 for 3. This anime, following Yuta and the weird cast of characters that surround him, like a doujin artist whose works predict the future, is the only science adventure series that A1 Pictures has adapted. Splitter.
What is Robotics Notes?
Robotics Notes is incorrect.
Oh.
Chat is getting it right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What is Occultic 9? Occultic 9 is the A1 Pictures. Robotics Notes is, I think it's JC staff, honestly. I could be totally off my rocker for that.
Why did I even
Basically
watch
the
this?
same studio.
That's fun, though.
Why did I watch this and then not get this right? Man, what a waste.
Yeah. it happens sometimes. Splitter, it is still your board. Where you want to go?
Climb 200.
It's the climb. This anime has a wall climbing date go wrong when Chizuru's identity comes under suspicion. Danter.
What is Rent a Girlfriend?
That is correct. Danter, it is your board.
Let's go to spooky stuff for 100.
Spooky stuff for 100. What anime is this? Danter.
What is Higurashi?
That is correct. Technically, this is the most recent season. I think it's Go. I can't remember. I'm not a Higurashi guy. Danter, still your board.
Spooky stuff for 200.
What anime is this? Danter.
What is Gakko Gurashi?
That is correct. We also would have
One of my
accepted
favorites.
School Live. Still your board.
It's a climb for 300.
It's The Climb for 3. A staple in the Sakuga community, this short series featured Aoi and her friends as they motivate each other to scale new challenges. Splitter.
What is Shirobako?
That is not right, but I wasn't positive what it was, so I had to buzz in. I didn't write this category, unfortunately. The answer was, what is the encouragement of the climb? Danter, still your board.
A1 for 400.
A1 for 400. A police officer from the Space Federation finds herself on Earth, becoming a fashion model by day and looking for her targets at night, but not before accidentally killing a human and, to save him, uploading his consciousness to her body.
Again, this sounds like a combination of two plots, and yeah, that's interesting.
It sounds cool. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Superman is right on in chat. Honestly, apparently this is the second adaptation, but whatever. What is Tetsuan Birdie Decode or Birdie the Mighty? Is what we were looking for on that front. Danter, still your board.
Spooky stuff, 300.
Spooky stuff for 300. What anime is this? Danter.
What is Angels of Death?
That is correct.
I've watched more horror anime than I think I have.
Yeah, I mean it's an interesting collection, and it's that time of the month. I had to have a spooky category. Danter, still your board.
Spooky stuff, 400.
Spooky stuff for 400. What anime is this? Splitter.
What is Railgun?
That is incorrect. Not what we were looking for. She actually does look a lot like Mikoto, though. Now that I see it, but Chad is
the best.
Chad is getting it right. I really had to subject my eyeballs to some terrible shit to find this image because the anime in question is what is Pupa, which is I think one of the lowest rated shows on Mal of all time.
Oh, I've heard that.
It's sitting at like a 3.6. It's crazy.
I hate that I know what that is too.
Still a daily double floating out there somewhere, Danter. You want to take a shot at it?
Oh, sure. Let's go. It's a climb for 400.
It's a climb for 400. As one of the shows that was funded in order to hype up the 2020 Olympics, this anime features a gamer who uses her puzzle-solving skills as she competes with her school's rock climbing team. Splitter.
What is Iwakakeru Sport Climbing Girls?
That is correct. When I showed off the categories in pre-check, they were all talking about this exact one, which I thought was pretty funny. Splitter.
I thought I was the only one who used the title.
Splitter,
yeah.
Where do you want to go?
A1 500.
A1 for 500. 3 descendants of Galileo must escape a secret organization dedicated to finding the Tesoro, something that the famous astronomer supposedly found, setting into motion a cat and mouse treasure hunt in this anime.
I know what this looks like, but I don't know what it's called. At least I think I know what this looks like.
A1 has a lot of varied shows. They don't have consistency at all.
I mean, true. This is another one that I feel like Ian is gonna say like I just made up for this game. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What is Galilei Donna? I'd never heard of it before picking it out for this one. Splitter, it's your board and you have a 50-50 shot at the daily double. So, what do you want to do?
I'll go spooky stuff 500.
That is the daily double. How much would you like to wager? You can wager up to 1,000.
Get you back
300.
to the positives.
300. That'll put you back in the positives. 5. What anime is this? And you can just tell me when you know the answer. I'll scroll around for you a little bit. I didn't realize it was this big.
Okay. I have no idea. So let's go for what is another?
That is incorrect. That'll bring you down to 500. You did have like the general right idea. What is Hyoka? It was the Hyoka question. This is the horror story that Satoshi tells in the first episode.
This is how I'm gonna get second place, by just staying on 0 points.
Oh man, I'm sorry. I just had to be savage on that one. And that brings us to the 500 for It's a Climb. This manga series tells the story of Mori Buntaro at the various stages in his life in his quest to conquer K2. Maybe this one's a little bit unfair for anime Twitch Jeopardy, given that it doesn't have an adaptation. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What is Koko no Hito, also known as The Climber? I'd like to thank Tay for Fate Stay Taylor fame for writing the It's a Climb category. And that brings us to the, does it count towards the donation goal to give away a sub? Yeah, if you gift a sub, that counts for sure. You can also donate directly to the charity in question and tag me in it on Twitter. All right, and that brings us to the halfway point. Baba has 0 points, Stanter has 900, and
Hell yeah.
Splitter has negative 500. Splitter will start with control of the board in our second half, and we go to the second half running a 30-second ad break. We'll ask the contestants, what is your favorite word to say, like from a mouthfeel perspective?
I like there's a Spanish tongue twister that I can say really good, and I like it, and it's Parangaricutirimícuaro, and I like that.
Damn.
That was fucking sick, dude.
Thanks.
What does it translate to?
It's like a place, I think.
Okay. Great. How about you, Baba? What's your favorite mouthfeel word?
Putting but I do really like the words that are like bebop, like, you know, like just like quick, like they're easy and like
Gotcha.
or like whiff waff or something.
Okay. I love it. I asked this because earlier today I was for whatever reason I was saying crumple just over and over again, and I just love the way that like crumple comes together. Anyway, Splitter, how about you? What's your favorite mouthfeel word?
Well, the first thing that came to mind for me was pedagogical. I'm not sure why.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Pedagogical is good, I think, yeah.
I love it. All right.
I feel outclassed.
No, don't. That's ridiculous. I mean, honestly, I feel outclassed. Stanter just came at me with a Spanish tongue twister. How am I supposed to respond to that? The best I got is crumple. What the fuck? All right. Anyway, let's go to the second board, shall we? We got Tricky Thesaurus, Political Theory, Dark Side of the Moon, Anime Science, and the Real World. Splitter, you have control of the board to start. Where would you like to begin?
Well, my favorite category is Tricky Thesaurus, but I do have the Bunny Girl avatar, so I might have to go for Anime Science, 200.
Anime Science for 200. Steins Gate's world lines are a visual representation of this interpretation of quantum mechanics that suggests all possible outcomes are realized in some version of reality. Splitter.
What is the many worlds interpretation?
That is correct. I also would have accepted the multiverse theory. Splitter, it is still your board. Where do you want to go next?
Anime Science 400.
Anime Science for 4. Senku uses a primitive sextant to try and find his current latitude by using the altitude, time, and position of the sun in an attempt to find hot springs to create gunpowder in this anime. Splitter.
What is Dr. Stone?
That is correct, and that'll take you out of the negatives. Where are we off to next?
My plan
Science
is failing.
600.
Anime Science for 600. This amber liquid floods the cockpit of an Evangelion unit, which is breathable thanks to its oxygenation, suggesting it's a pure perfluorochemical. Carter is right on in chat, as expected of Carter.
What's it called?
Watched this in years. I don't think I finished
Splitter,
it.
I'm supposed to inform you that
know
you have good taste from Aspiring Bagel. 5,
Nice.
4, 3, 2, 1. What is LCL?
That's embarrassing.
I mean, I don't think it's that embarrassing.
Uh,
I always confuse LCLs with PFLs or PFCs because that's what a pure fluorochemical is shortened to. Anyway, Splitter, still your board.
Science 800.
Anime Science for 800. Warfare in Alderaan on the Sky changes when a scientist introduces an improvement to rifles that allows them to shoot farther and more accurately, thanks to grooves in the barrels that force the bullets to do this. Splitter.
Is it spin?
That is correct.
What is spin?
Spin is what we were looking for, because it
That's
induces.
regular science, though.
Right. I mean, so was the many worlds interpretation, and so is a sextant. Like, for the record, it started off mostly being just like scientific. I was gonna originally ask for induced angular momentum, but I thought that was pretty unfair. Splitter,
Yeah.
still your board, and you are now tied with Danter. Where do you want to go?
Science for 1,000.
Anime science for 1,000. Naruhisaga ventures into id-wells, named such due to a psychoanalytic theory put forward by this man, where the id was the uncoordinated instinctual desires of an individual. Splitter.
Who is Sigmund Freud?
That is correct. And that puts you in the lead off of one category alone.
Damn,
What the
boy.
hell,
Funny
man?
girl.
Splitter, where do you want to go?
Thesaurus, 200.
Tricky Thesaurus for 200. Spectre of this husk. Splitter.
What is Ghost in the Shell?
That is correct.
Damn, but frame 1.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, Splitter is buzzing in fast.
Gotta make my comeback. Thesaurus, 400.
Don't call it a comeback. Blaze Deputy. Splitter.
What is Inferno Cop?
That is correct. For the record, either Baba or Danter has been like right behind Splitter every time. So this is a very competitive game. Splitter, still your board.
Thesaurus, 600.
Let's do it. Journal Skyline.
Ooh.
Splitter.
What is Log Horizon?
That is correct.
Oh, wow.
God. Oh, wow.
Splitter is
My favorite category.
Splitter took the first board off, and he's coming with
Yeah.
a bag with a vengeance.
Thesaurus, 800.
Let's do it. Prankster Sport. Danter.
What is Joker game?
That is correct. And we get someone else on the board. Danter, where do you want to go?
I don't want to give him the chance. Dark Side of the Moon for 200.
Dark Side of the Moon for 200. From his name to this character theme, the halo around the moon, this talented 6'2" middle blocker serves as the perfect foil to the Sun MC of his series. Splitter.
Who is Tsukishima?
Yeah, that is what we were looking for. I also included a photo of Shaw's dog because Shaw wrote this category, and her dog is named Suki, which is very cute.
Nice. Cute.
I thought so too. Splitter, you have reestablished control of the board. Where do you want to go?
Thesaurus, 1,000.
I saw that one coming. Alabaster Anthology. Splitter.
What is White Album?
Dude, that is such a great pickup. What a great pickup, Splitter. Damn, that was really impressive.
It's my favorite category.
You're not kidding. Wow. This game is
This is...
really impressive, Splitter. Splitter, where do you want to go next?
Let's try Real World, 200.
The Real World for 200. Though this MasterChef judge was born in Stratford-upon-Avon, his language isn't exactly Shakespearean. Danter.
Who is Gordon Ramsay?
That is correct.
If I just get everything right from now on.
Now, those 1,000s add up really quickly. I wouldn't... if you can pick up a few of those, you'll be in great shape. Danter, your board.
Yeah, I mean, look at Splitter. Let's go to Political Theory, 200.
Political theory for 2. The empire, with a few nobles ruling the masses, is bad government. The alliance, with a government chosen by the people, is badly governed. Which one do you think is wrong? Is stated by Yang Wenli in this anime. Baba.
The Galactic Heroes?
Yeah, I heard enough. You cut out for a split second, but we definitely heard enough. What is Legend of the Galactic Heroes? There.
On the board!
Let's go.
Love to see it. Baba, where do you want to go next?
Let's do Political Theory for 400.
Political Theory for 400. This series follows a young traveler who experiences many different forms of government and society on the back of their motorrad, including a country in which murder is legal, though that tends to result in the killer being murdered. Baba.
What is Kino's Journey?
That is correct. Can she keep the streak going, people? Baba, where do you want to go next?
Let's do 600 and Political Theory.
Let's do it. The district of Shiniki is set up to test new political legislation and theories, all culminating in the mayoral election where one of the candidates proposes a suicide law, which was a decision that this anime made.
I remember you talking about this in an earlier episode, but I don't remember what it was.
Aspiring Bagel, right on in the chat. Eventually, Aspiring Shoulder will accept that they are Aspiring Bagel. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What is Babylon?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Baba, where do you want
I
to go
should
next?
watch it, but then you
Let's
say
just go
it's like
800. Same category.
800. Let's do it. This concept of corrupt governance can be seen in a Kamega Kill, where Honest, the prime minister of the country, uses his power to steal and misappropriate the country's wealth for his own enrichment. Splitter.
What is embezzling?
That is not a. That's what he does, but it's not the. That's not the concept of corrupt governance. I thought this one
Because
was
it
a little.
could be many words. That's the
I
thing.
was
right?
gonna say embezzlement.
I mean, so embezzling, but embezzling is an action. It's not a concept of governance. The governance,
Okay.
the idea of governance is what is a kleptocracy? It's
I mean, you can
Oh, I see.
conceptualize. You can conceptualize actions.
Splitter. We're not having this conversation. You gave me a verb when I was asking for a concept of corrupt governance. You gave me an action
Political thing.
that just redescribed the last phrase in the sentence. I absolutely cannot give you the points. Bob, it's still your board. Where do you want to go?
4,000.
Political theory. Let's do it. This anime about a bunch of high schoolers who are all super geniuses getting isekai'd to another country includes the Prime Minister of Japan, who is, again, a high schooler who chooses to build up a medieval fantasy town into a democratic country. Splitter.
What is high school prodigies have it easy even in another world?
Yeah, I mean, I also would have accepted Choyoyu, but that is
I don't know
absolutely
that title.
correct.
I only know the long one.
Dude, that
it's easier to remember.
it's more impressive that you can remember the long one. Yeah, that was
the title.
yeah. You're not kidding. What a light novel title. Splitter, you have reestablished control of the board. You got most of Dark Side of the Moon left and most of the Real World. Where do you want to go?
Real world for 400.
The Real World for 400. After the second of these wars between Carthage and Rome, Spain was divided into provinces called Hispania Ulterior and Citerior.
You know, I took a classics course, so I should probably know this.
Well, you should.
I don't want to embarrass myself.
Shoulder is
That's
right
why-
on in chat. Superman is right on in chat. What are the Punic Wars?
Wow.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know history.
Puny.
Real world 600. Let's
the
go.
Real World for 6. You dirty polecat. This anime can accurately target its noxious spray 6 feet away. Splitter.
What is a skunk?
That is correct.
This anime.
Real world 800.
Let's do it. Golf sizes the birds up for each shot under par, starting with a birdie, an eagle, and then this bird, also featured in the Rime of the Ancient Mariner. Baba.
I think I messed it up. It's under par. What is a bogey?
No, yeah, a bogey is
No.
over is 1 over par.
Yeah.
Birdie is 1 under par. Eagle's 2 under par. This bird is 3 under par. Doesn't look like anyone else is going to take a shot at it. Cunning Dolphin, Taser Lad, Just a Well Wisher. More or less all of chat got it. What is an
Hey, before you say
albatross?
No, that was. Turkey is above par. I thought, is it a turkey? That
Tur-
doesn't make sense.
No,
though.
turkey is bowling.
Bowling.
It's 3 strikes,
Oh.
right? 3 strikes
Yeah.
is a turkey in bowling.
Maybe. Yeah, that's probably what I was thinking of.
Anyway,
yeah.
still your boards.
Real world for 1,000.
Real World for 1K. When it means a ski slope feature, this word comes from German. Spelled the same and referring to an executive, it comes from Urdu.
I'm a linguistics major.
You're just embarrassing yourself by saying that.
I mean, that's so true. No one would be giving you a hard time if you weren't specifically targeting yourself. 3, 2, 1. What is a mogul?
Oh, never heard that word.
I've heard.
I
In this
have, but I never
context.
knew. Yeah, I never knew that it would. Never knew about the German thing or even the origin of the Urdu one.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
That's interesting.
Splitter, still your board. We got Dark Side of the Moon. There's still a daily double hiding out there, and it could be any of these 4.
We'll go dark side 400.
Dark Side for 400. Everything was going well for humanity until their population reached 1 million humans, which results in the antagonist sending the moon on a collision course with the planet to wipe out the human population in this popular mecha anime. Baba.
What is Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann?
That is correct. And you must have known that Shaw likes to use the full title, because I will never include the TT part. Bob, there's 3 left, and one of them is the Daily Double, so you got a 33.3333, repeating, of course, chance.
Let's just go for 1,000.
1,000. That is not it. The Courtesan of Death, also known as Yoshiwara's Moon, is a highly skilled ninja and leader of the Hyaka, an all-female warrior group who protect Yoshiwara's residence.
Are you asking for the title?
Shah's
I'm
gonna
looking for the
fucking kill me for
character
this.
who is known as the Courtesan of Death.
Oh my god, Shah's gonna kill me for this. Because I know who it is. I'm
It
panicking.
happens. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Who is Tsuyoku? Tsuyokuya. Excuse me.
I was in my head, I was thinking Tsuki, and I'm like, no, it's not Tsuki, it's...
We already did Suki.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I was like, I know it's something like that, but that really hurts.
It's okay, Val. You can quell the pain by getting the Daily Double correct between one of these two.
Yeah, let's go 800 then.
That's unbelievable. How is the Daily Double going to be the last question? I like you, Moon. It's pretty. Danter.
What is Tsuki ga kirei?
No, that is incorrect. Baba, you were up next.
What is a silent voice?
That is correct. That is the dialogue in a silent voice.
Wait. That's also a dialogue in Tsuki ga kirei, isn't it?
No, the Sukiya Kurei translates to either the moon is beautiful tonight or
yeah,
I
yeah.
like you.
I see.
So it's a little bit of a sneaky play by one Shocking. Baba, that means that you get the Daily Double for the Dark Side of the Moon. How much would you like to wager?
Well, in
Bigger go
classic
home.
spirit, let's just go to 0 and go 1,000.
Okay. I should really I should just lie and make it something else so that it's never the last one. This is the one downside of randomizing before the game starts. This 2000 action-adventure series constantly features a giant laughing crescent moon in the background, which serves as a spooky visual motif for the goth punk series and is heavily featured in the second moon-themed OP. Bob, you can just tell me what it is when you know.
Soul Eater.
Yeah, that is correct. What is Soul Eater?
So mad.
Oh, you bet it all. So you go.
Yeah.
You
so
go
I
up
got
to
the
2,000. All right. Well, we've got a bit of a game. Splitter is technically mathematically out of reach, but he could always do the math wrong. And that brings us to our final category. Danter has 1,100, Baba has 2,000, and Splitter has 5,100. That brings us to our final category of version history. You guys can write in your individual chats what you'll be wagering, and then we will get started on that.
In first place, what happened?
1,100 and 5,100. Chat, thank you guys for coming through. Really means a lot. Hope you guys had a good episode. We'll be back next week with more. Okay. And Bob, just waiting on you. Perfect. We are all set. Version history is our final Jeopardy. What is 1997? Cunning, you're not Chandler Bong. You can't guess what the answer is before. Anyway, there are 3 versions of this famous song/chant that opens with Zetai Unmei Moku Shiroku from this anime. Notably, the visuals do not change from the first to the second version on the build-up to the duels, but the style does change from the third version, getting rid of a long staircase for an elevator. Wow, Taser with 5 gift subs to the community. Thank you, Taser. All of that money will be going directly to the Animator Dormitory project. And yeah.
Do we just type it in chat or?
Yeah. If you could type out the answer, the anime that I'm looking for in chat, that would be excellent. We're gonna get our Final Jeopardy music going. Thank you, The Bottle, for gifting a sub. Really means a lot. As said earlier, that'll go directly to the Animator Dormitory project in full. Alrighty. And that wraps up our game. Let's see what our contestants bet. First, we start off with Danter. Danter bet Danter guessed, what is Yu-Gi-Oh? And then he put in parentheses, I don't know, GG's. He bet 1,000, so he goes down to 100. Danter, was a good guess, but it didn't. Oh, Cunning, thank you.
And it clicked.
Cunning, thank you for gifting a sub to Taser Lad. Next up, we've got Baby Baba. Baby Baba bet 700 and guessed, what is Revolution Girl Utena, which was the correct answer. So she goes up to 2,700. And that brings us to Splitter. Splitter guessed, what is not Darling in the Franxx? So it just comes down to...
Correct.
I mean, technically you're right, but not what we were looking for. And that raises the question. Did Splitter bet enough to lose to Baby Baba? And the answer, if I could see some Pogsires in the chat, for all of you who just got gift subs, if we could get some Pogsires in the chat, the answer to that question is... absolutely not, because Splitter bet zero. Splitter bet zero because 5,100 is apparently his lucky number. Congratulations to Splitter on the victory. We got some victory music playing for you over on the stream.
Hey. Congrats, Splitter.
Congratulations, Splitter.
That went better than I expected.
I made one hell of a comeback at the end.
That second half, my god.
Yeah, that honestly, the differential from board 1 to board 2 was crazy.
The record? Do we know?
For what?
Do we know for sure that it isn't? For change from round 1 to round 2.
Oh, you know what? I feel like 5,600 is a pretty good benchmark. Yeah, it might be the record, honestly. 5,600 is a crazy second board. Bobby, you were phenomenal. What a turnaround at the very end. And then Danter, you did great in the first board. And honestly, if you had just beaten Splitter to the buzzer a few times, this game could have been totally different.
All right.
Tay,
Yeah.
thank you for the subscription. Honestly, I think you all played phenomenally.
This was a great game. I wish I could have seen it.
Yeah. Splitter was so fast on the pictures, man. On the other questions, you get to read them, but the pictures, he's so fast.
Yeah.
Like, he's already buzzed before I even started. Look at
For a few of those, Splitter had buzzed in before I'd even enlarged the photo on my end. So I was like, wow, this guy, that's confidence if I've ever seen it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you all for playing. It means a lot. Thank you for giving me an hour of your time. Chat, thank you for coming through, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the game. That is it for this episode. Thanks to our great contestants for a great game, and to you, the audience, for watching and contributing in chat. If you want to rewatch this episode, check out the ATJ YouTube channel where you can find all the VODs, including this one. We'll be back next week with a new episode of Jeopardy. I'm really excited about it. You should also tune into my YouTube channel on Friday, where I'll be releasing my video in the Star Wars Visions anthology. And maybe I'll have some familiar faces who will also be in that anthology project. Anyway, follow @Anime Jeopardy on Twitter for details. Until then, take it easy. And thank you to everyone who gifted subs or subscribed themselves. All of that money will be going directly to the Animator Dormitory Project, and I'll be matching, as well as a anonymous kind individual will also be matching that match. That is it. That is all we got for this episode. Thank you all so much, and have a great rest of your day, evening, morning, whatever.